Welcome back to our Community Connection segment here on Port City Radio, 93.7 and 106.3. Joining me today, I have one of the co-founders of the Center of Redemption, MaLisa Johnson, and also Rachael Goolsby. She is a local yoga instructor. The Center of Redemption, if you're not familiar with it, it's a nonprofit organization seeking to improve the lives of female survivors of sex trafficking. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you.
MaLisa, I would like to really kind of get your perspective on what inspired you to start this organization. We have spoken with Senator Goolsby multiple times about how prevalent sex trafficking really is here in North Carolina. And through your efforts, you've been able to found this ministry.
We launched the Center of Redemption in December of 2011. After learning that modern-day slavery still existed in the United States, we learned that North Carolina was ranked the 8th worst state in the country. So we knew that we had a problem. At that time, we were the only anti-trafficking organization in the city. So we decided that we wanted to make a difference. We are a faith-based nonprofit here. We use our faith as our foundation. These girls are coming from oppressed situations, so by no means are we pushing our faith on these girls. We just kind of model it for them. We have different kind of subsidiaries within the Center of Redemption. We have our safe house. It's called the Cornerstone. We are the only safe house in the country that is set up to take a survivor of domestic minor trafficking who is either pregnant or already has a child as a result of being trafficked. It's not a requirement for our house. It's just something that we kind of extend a particular focus to. In addition to our safe house here, we run a community outreach program called A Safe Place, where we have established and maintained the only local number specific to human trafficking. So you can be a foreign or a domestic victim, minor or adult, male or female. We provide emergency services, including shelter and case management for the local girls that are being identified, because we know that sex trafficking is happening here in our city. Mm-hmm. We are serving the most vulnerable of our community.
It's been kind of interesting to see the conversation finally starting to change from prostitution to those being prostituted. And that's one of the important factors that you guys are trying to advocate as well.
Yes, we're just trying to raise awareness that these girls are not prostitutes, that they are being prostituted, changing it from the noun to the verb.
And one of those bills is the Safe Harbor bill. It just recently passed the Senate. And MaLisa, tell us, just a little bit about how you hope to see this benefit the lives of these young women that are coming through the system.
Sure. What we're hoping for, or what the purpose of the bill is, to confront the demand and really end the commercial sexual exploitation of the most vulnerable among us. It's Senate Bill 683. It is being debated in the North Carolina House Judiciary Committee right now. And for more information, you can go to ncsafeharbor.org. You can go and contact your local representatives and letting them know that you support this bill and you want them to pass this bill.
Some of that language in the Safe Harbor bill was actually written by one of your co-founders, Lindsay Robeson.
Correct. We are extremely proud of her. This has been one of her babies, and she worked very hard on this. This is what we need in the state of North Carolina to help us not to be the 8th worst state in the country.
These efforts that you're trying to accomplish, they cannot be possible without the support of the community. And, of course, you've got a fundraiser coming up this weekend.
Yes, we have been very lucky that the community has come around us and supported us, not only helping us raise awareness that this crime is happening right here in our own backyard, but also coming alongside of us to support us financially.
And also Rachael Goolsby, she's a local yoga instructor, and she's also the wife of Senator Tom Goolsby, who is definitely an advocate for bringing awareness to and bringing legislation to help this sex trafficking situation here in North Carolina. And Rachael, tell us just a little bit about the event you guys are doing this weekend. It's on Sunday at the USO building.
It starts at 10 a.m. and it goes till 8 p.m. And this whole issue really just came on my radar when Lindsay Roberson approached my husband, Tom, and I think it was in the courthouse. And she just blasted him with all this information, said, you have to do something about this. And then he began work on it, and he let me know about it. I had already heard about it. A friend of mine, Melanie Hallman, had done a benefit called the Dollhouse, just to really bring about awareness about the minors being sex trafficked, which is so horrific that people don't even believe it. I mean, even in the last week promoting this event this weekend, people have just been shocked that this is happening right here. They're like, North Carolina? And then they're like, Wilmington? Yes, yeah. It's happening right here. And yes, they are children. So my heart was just, first it was broken. And then I said, well, I want to help. And I love yoga and I teach yoga. I've been doing it for so long. And I have all these wonderful friends that are yoga teachers that are all volunteering their time for this. And And MaLisa was just like, go for it. And Lindsay was like, great. And MaLisa's like, I don't practice yoga. And I'm like, shove anyway. So, the people that practice yoga in our community tend to be very caring and informed citizens. And so we're going to have a great turnout. The schedule is pretty much on the hour. We'll have actual 1 hour yoga classes. Drop-in rate is $15. And then we'll have speakers for free. Tom Goolsby will be speaking about the laws. Lindsay Roberson will be speaking about the issue in general. And then we'll have Anna Beard, who is an actual survivor, sharing her story and just more importantly, showing as a real live person how you can actually come out the other side, not only survive it, but thrive, and then use her really awful story for good, for the power of light.
And this event that's coming up on Sunday, it's of course at the USO building. That's a historic USO building. It's on Orange Street. And if you are interested, it is $15 per class. Do you have a day rate as well if folks wanted to kind of do a marathon?
We
and help support everyone?
We do, which would be awesome. I'll be there all day.
That's great.
So it'll be $50 for half day and $100 for a full day.
Okay. The educational efforts alone that you all are doing is definitely really making a huge difference. And how can folks learn more? What's your website?
It's centerofredemption.com, and center is spelled CENTRE.
Well, I thank you both so much for your efforts in this community and all your co-founders and everyone you all have involved. All right, again, that's MaLisa Johnson. She is the co-founder of the Center of Redemption here in Wilmington, and also Rachael Goolsby, local yoga instructor and wife of Senator Tom Goolsby, who's also certainly helping with those efforts of awareness.